Do you ever feel overwhelmed? Do you ever feel like you never get anything done and you just don't know why? You ever feel like you have so much on your plate, so much anxiety building up, you don't know where to go and how to move? Today I'll show you exactly what to do next to take control of that anxiety and to complete more than anybody has ever had. The importance of doing one task at a time and then completing it till its fullest. I've seen myself personally, I've seen so many people where they start multiple projects, they start multiple things, they start, I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna work on mowing the lawn, I'm gonna work on building this business, I'm gonna work on building 3 businesses, and on top of that, I'm gonna manage my family, I'm gonna manage my work. And I think it's a spirit, or it's like a personality trait of thinking people are doing a lot, but really, in reality, it's not accomplishing anything. It's the fact that we start so many different projects, but we finish none. And that's what slows us down. That's what keeps us from growing. That's what keeps us stuck, is starting so many things but never finishing anything. And one key factor, one key realization that I had is get moving quick, do one thing at a time, complete it till its fullest, and then move on to the next thing, versus opening up a million different things and never completing one thing till its fullest. In the Bible, it talks about diligence, and I think this is one of the key components of diligence, is completing something till its fullest. Doing something, starting quick, doing it right, and completing it till its fullest. And the analogy, what you can look at in terms of how this is done is, imagine this, you're building a bridge, right? You're building a bridge. You start building the bridge, and halfway through you're like, you know what? Oh, that area looks better. And then so what you do is you leave this bridge half finished, you go back, and then you start a new bridge. And then you got to do the whole research, you have to do everything to get that bridge up and running, and then you start building it. Halfway through, you're like, you know what? Let me go try this. And then you have a bunch of half-finished bridges, but you never finished any. You never crossed to the other side. You never gave it enough chance for it to work out. And another way to look at it is, imagine this. Imagine you're a sailor, and you're the master of the ship, right? You're the captain of the ship, and you have to go to a destination. You pick a destination, your crew's ready, you guys fuel, you guys prepare to go to that destination, you guys are heading out that way, and then you see a YouTube video. You see different people going different things, doing different things, somebody telling you to do this, somebody telling you to do that, but your job as a leader is to make sure everybody stays on track on that goal to achieve that particular task that you guys set upon to achieve. That is your goal as the leader. And now imagine this. Imagine you listen, you get swayed away, you packed enough for you to get to that destination, and midway through, you leave the harbor, you set sail, leave the harbor, and people are telling you to go this way. Ooh, let's go to this destination, let's go to this destination, this will be better, this will be better. And then we go many different places, and now you're just stuck. Now you're stuck, and now you're overwhelmed. Why? Because you set upon a journey that you wanted to go on, and then throughout the way you went different directions. You went different direction without even realizing. And I do this all the time, and I think I've realized this more and more, where it's, hey, we pick one thing and we do it till its fullest. We just grind it out, we crank it out till its fullest, and then from there we can reanalyze, rethink where we want to go. But for now, we go with this to its fullest, to its max. And that's like a game changer in the law of diligency. This is a game changer. Doing things quick, doing it well, doing it right, and not getting swayed away. Doing it till completion. Doing it quick, doing things right, doing things well, and then doing it to completion. Where you're not building these half ships. You're not building these half bridges. You're not going through the destination halfway through. This is a huge mindset shift. And on top of that, imagine this. Imagine you set sail, right? You set sail for one particular task, one particular outcome. You set sail, boom. You learn, you build a character throughout the journey of who you need to become to be a sailor to get to that destination. And this is how things are done. You go from a destination. Once you arrived at the destination, you recoup. Your people need a rest. You need a rest. Your team needs rest. Your team needs to refuel. Your team needs to regather themselves, have some fun, all this stuff. You as a leader need to regather and get ready to set sail for the next thing. And you can never do that. That's why some people feel overwhelmed because they never they do so many different things, but they never complete anything. And what happens is when they never complete anything, if it's a feeling overwhelmed, because who wants to rest with a bunch of unfinished projects? That's just stress. That's called stress. Unfinished projects, unfinished commitments. It's called stress. And the key, the name of the game is this. You embark on a journey, you embark on a goal. If you need help creating goals, let me know, man. I love doing that. That's like the number one thing where everything starts from is your goal setting and your achievement and target achievement and how to achieve goals. You set up on a vision, a task that you want to complete it till it's fullest, and watch the relief of anxiety. And now you get to rest at the end and you get to start the next thing. Complete it till it's fullest, then start the next thing. I'm telling you this now, I give you permission to burn the boats, burn the other boats, burn the other directions now. Because you'll never get there. Man cannot chase rabbits. You'll never catch any. And we think doing this, like it's tough for us to apply this in our lives because we see on social media, people are doing this. In our mind, we're like, dude, everybody's doing something. And we're over here doing nothing. In reality, it's one brick at a time. One brick laid to perfection, next brick laid to perfection, next brick laid to perfection. And over time, that's where we see the growth. That's where they see the gain. So, stay blessed by the best. I'll catch you guys on the next one.